generally, what does the hiring process look like at Paymentology?
Yeah, so interesting. It's a little bit different for each role, but overall we have a particular kind of workflow that we work with. So we would have kind of the applications come in, right? Then one of the recruiters, whether in the business frontline team or the tech team, they would have their first interview. At that time, we would also actually send a personality profile adapted for Paymentology, a lot aligned to kind of value-based recruitment. Then we would move on to a hiring manager or technical interview. There might be another stage in between, depending on if a team actually wants to meet the person first. But then we would always have, and we're probably a little bit specific in that, we would always have a project. So we use a particular software to use Candy Tech for that. And everybody actually does a project. So that project is usually between the 2 and 4 hours of work. We do actually give a gift card for that. So I do want to say people do receive something for their hard work. And in that project, it could be very specific to the role. It could be, build a presentation or do some hardcore coding. It could be very creative. It might have a video question in that as well. And then we would move on to a project presentation, and there will always be 2 or 3 team members in the project presentation. And it's very informal conversation about their project, whether they present something or they work through their code. And from there on, we go straight into kind of offer. So it is quite a lengthy process. And we're very aware of that, but it really works for us, and that's why we keep it that. But we're also very respectful of the candidate's time and effort as well. So we always try to follow up with actual a feedback call as soon as they've done a little bit more work. So on the project presentation as well as the project kind of review stages. So that's kind of our workflow at the moment, and we adapt it as we go along, really.